YouTubers, it's Jennifer, and welcome back to me rambling on about whatever I feel like rambling on about. Yay! No, seriously, though, it is August 25th. I know my camera's kind of shaky. I have it on my lap right now, but it's August 25th, which is a Thursday, and it is getting to the end of August, which means it is the mental health check-in. Yes. All right, so I like to do these mental health check-ins at the end of every month just to kind of give you guys a review of what's been going on and what to look forward to. If you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Jennifer, and thank you for subscribing to my channel because that helps out. I'm trying desperately hard to make it to at least 100 people, so like my videos, subscribe to my channel, share my videos if you found them informative at all. If you just like me, if you find me annoying, you know, thoughts, comments, concerns, advice, always leave those below. You can also find me on Instagram. You can message me on Instagram. You can email me. On that note, yes, I'm looking outside at my doggies because they're going crazy. As usual, I am distracted. If you don't know that, I have ADHD. Yes, it's great. You get distracted by pretty much every single thing while you're making videos. However, in today's video, I do have a list. I do have a list of things I want to talk about. So I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy journey. I do have my vlogs, which are my weekly vlogs. I am currently, at the moment, while I'm making this video, waiting for my 7th week vlog to upload. And depending on my, well, we'll just go ahead and start there. My pregnancy vlogs, I am trying to upload them as fast as possible. We are running off of a hotspot. We don't have internet at the moment. We just have hotspots. So my videos upload sporadically. I was uploading every single Monday. That was working well. I liked doing that with bonus videos in between. But however, now with the hotspot, it just depends on how long the videos are. My weekly pregnancy videos, if some of them are short, they'll upload fast. If some of them are longer, they'll take a little bit, like a few days to upload. So I apologize in advance if you have started watching those. If you haven't, well, they started at 5 weeks and they're going to go all the way up until the babies are born. So on that note, so we're going to be talking about my pregnancy journey. I'm reading off my list, which is on this side, which you guys can't see, but a year in my home, the pets, because we have a couple new additions in our house, the roommate situation, the good and the bad, some cooking things, my doctor check-ins, gym and videos, just like, you know, just the random stuff that I try to include in all of my videos. All right, so on that note, I already kind of started with the pregnancy stuff in my vlogs. Pregnancy-wise, I swear, I was thinking about this last night when I was going to bed. I felt like my first trimester was never going to end. If you have been pregnant before, or if you are pregnant currently and you are in your first trimester, trust me, it will end. It will end. It feels like it never ends. It feels like it's going to go on forever. I know some people are sick and everything else throughout their entire pregnancy. I was lucky enough. I hit 14 weeks, more or less 15 weeks, and then I started to get the energy back again. And it felt, I wasn't nauseous anymore. I wasn't dizzy anymore. My sinuses have been, you know, like a little up and down. I'm not going to go too much into the detail about my pregnancy. That's what the vlogs are for. But I'm just saying, like, I'm so glad I'm in my second trimester with the energy, because now I can get things done, which is kind of nice. Moving forward. So, as of August 12th, we bought our home August 12th of 2021. Last year, it was a whirlwind. I have those videos. I have a video that I'm trying to make. It's still kind of in the works of a year in my home, like the MTV Cribs version. If you guys have ever seen MTV Cribs, I'm trying to get that started, but I had some issues with filming that, so I had to delete that. I'm trying to remember exactly. Basically, it goes with the roommate situation, but on that note, so we've been in this house for a year. It's still not obviously ready. I mean, the ceilings aren't done. We still have to clean the ceilings off because they're still like old cigarette smoke stains on the ceiling from the old owners, which I know sounds horribly gross, but this house has gone like from a hoarder's like looks like it's unlivable. I mean, it was livable, but it looks like a hoarder's went to die to complete renovation thing. It looks so much better now. Like I said, still not done. That video is coming up, so that you can look forward to eventually. Jim just got home. We are still working on our front yard, which we have to still clean out our entire yard and mow the grass and work on our fire pit and everything else. In our house, specifically, we have to probably I had to take down the ceiling fan blades and deep clean them or buy new ceiling fans. The back room, which is going to be the baby's room, we have to finish that. The small room is going to be for storage. I mean, there's just a lot still left to do, but it has come so far. And with that, with owning a home out in the country, it's kind of nice owning a home out in the country because we are in a well system. We do have a Brita filter on our kitchen sink, and that has helped immensely. I probably might get Brita filter pitchers as well, just because I like to have cold water. And then we don't have to keep buying the filters for the Brita filter. Our Brita filter, when we bought it, it lasted about a little less than a year before it started to get too not groggy, gross. I don't know. Well water has a lot of like sediments and stuff. Like you have high iron, not calcium, a lot of mineral buildup in the filtration system. You can clean them out. We do have some CRV or CVR. I'll have to look it up exactly. But we do have that stuff that we can soak our faucet, the Brita filter in, which I do I try to do it once a week just to keep the sediments from building up from the well system. We desperately need to buy well cleaner stuff. Our neighbors have said that they've just took straight bleach and poured it in their well system and then not cleaned it out. So we're looking into that. We still have to paint. We still have to get the baby's room. It's coming along. It's coming along, basically. I'm not going to talk too much about the house stuff just because it's a work in progress. I mean, if you guys own a home, it's a work in progress. So far, with all of the rain that we have had, our yard has not flooded. It gets puddles, and there are some low-lying areas in our yard. I'm trying to see if Jim's coming in. But there are some low-lying areas in our yard, but it doesn't flood. At least, like, by our house itself or the trailer itself, it's, like, dry. And the only places that it floods is, like, out, like, in the yard. And you can tell it's a little bit low-lying. And probably in the backyard, there's a few low-lying areas. But the dogs don't seem to mind it. I mean, the cats, they go outside every once in a while. They don't seem to mind it. So, yeah, that's pretty much the house updates, I guess. Let me pause you guys here. Say hello to the girls.
Hello.
Yes. It's very dirty. But that's because he's a roofer, and, that's what they do. They get dirty. If you know of anybody in construction or roofing, yes, then you know. Anyways, moving forward. So, pets. So, we have some new additions. I did film a video on the new additions that we have. We have 2 new kittens. And yes, I said 2, because when I filmed that video at the time, we didn't know, we were only going to keep one of them. Well, things happened, and we have both of them now. And I know one of them's sleeping right now on my bathrobe on the dresser, and one of them's somewhere. I don't even know. But the one that's orange and black, he loves the,
Hello, viewers. Sorry. I need my wife kisses.
Always, it's the thing. But the orange and black kitten, he's kind of orangey. I think we're going to name him Pumpkin. I don't know. That was an early suggestion. She probably doesn't even remember saying that because she's ADHD like me. But that kitten is the bigger kitten, and he gets along with the dogs. and the cats. He's very friendly. He comes out, he runs around the house, he chases the animals. He's great. I call him the mini Sanka because when we got Sanka was more the friendly one. Then we have our black and gray kitten, which is the smaller one, and he is more like Banks. He likes to be independent. He doesn't care for the dogs. He kind of likes the other cats, but he's more of the independent kitten. He just does his own thing, kind of like Banks. All right. On that note, with the pets, I'm going to leave you guys off on that, and we're going to talk about roommates, cooking, doctor checkups, and Jim coming into videos after a little bit. Okay. All right. So, where did I leave off? Yes, it has been about 2 days since I recorded the first half of this video, but I'm back at it, and I'm recording the second half. I think I left off where I was about to discuss the roommate situation. All right. So if I repeated some things in the first part that I'm repeating now, I apologize. But basically, we had two roommates. We had Ethan and Beth. Ethan was Jim's friend, this kid who was like, I don't know, 22, 23 or something like that. He needed to get out of the place he was staying at. I don't remember all the details. I was in my first trimester of pregnancy. We literally had like just found out, and I was just in my first trimester when he moved in. So it wasn't really nice, we'll put it that way. Anyways, so Ethan came in. He was the nicest guy in the world, really, really shy. And he was going to start work with Jim. He was going to start doing all this stuff. I know he had a few personal things that he needed to take care of in town that were coming up, so he was stressed out about that. And it got to the point where our car broke down. We didn't have a vehicle. Jim was trying to apply for jobs. He was trying to figure things out. Ethan, I guess, I don't know if he was ever applying for jobs, but I know Jim tried to get him some jobs. He never really wanted to do anything. It got to the point, nice kid, but he was lazy. He was really lazy. All he wanted to do, basically, was sit in the small room, because we have a big room and a small room, and he wanted to sit in the small room, which is his room, because it's the only room in the house with a door right down, and smoke certain substances. And I'm not going to get into that, because I don't want YouTube to say my channel's bad. We'll just say it's not legal in all states, but it is legal in some states. And it's used I can't say it. Basically, it's not legal in North Carolina, but it's decriminalized. I think it's used for medical purposes. I don't think it's used for recreational. That's the word I was going to call for. But anyways, basically, that's all he wanted to do, was sit in his room and do that. So he's getting more and more depressed, and because he was stressed out about all the stuff that he needed to take care of in town that was coming up, and some other personal issues. I'm not going to spill all of his tea. And it got to the point where he was eating all of the food in the house. And when I don't get that much food stamps, and I had to have that food stamps last for me and Jim, and Jim was door dashing at the time, and you only make so much door dashing. And when we need non-food items and gas for the car, that's what his DoorDash money would go for. It wouldn't go for groceries. My food stamps would. So I would budget how much food stamps, how much meals I can make with the food stamps. And it just got to a point where Ethan had his own food stamps, but he didn't get as much. So I think he was he'd blow through his really fast and then eat all of my food. I don't know. But it got to the point where he was just getting too lazy. He wasn't doing anything, and he needed to be in town. He needed to be basically in Wilmington. When I say in town, I meant in Wilmington, because we're in Rocky Point. We're outside of Wilmington. But he needed to be somewhere where he can go to probation or whatever every week. So he was going to move out anyways, but we ended up having to kick him out. He never paid us through $300 rent. We were going to charge him $300 in rent. Never paid us. He was here for about, I think, 2 months. I think 2 or 3 months, something like that. Never paid us rent at all. And then he started to complain because my hormones were going crazy, and basically he said I was a witch and does that. So Beth, on the other hand, okay, so I was telling her that all this stuff, she was supposedly having problems with this guy that she was living with. Her boyfriend, I don't know who he was, her boyfriend, whatever. We'll just call him this guy. So I said, well, we're trying to kick Ethan out, or he's trying to find another place to stay. And then if you need to get out of your situation, I have a room. We'll charge you $300 in rent, just like we were charging him. And she said, cool, that's fine. And she was all for it, whatever, great. And then when we kicked Ethan out, she asked me, she's like, well, no, I don't need the room because I worked things out. It's fine, whatever. Well, what she supposedly worked out, she started talking to him, and he said, hey, if you can get out of your house and stay somewhere, wherever it is, for a little while, I'll be out, and then I'll put you up in one of my condos. Sounds great, right? You meet this guy, or you talk to this guy, he's talking you up, he's making it sound like he's like this, he's going to be your knight in shining armor, right? Of course she's going to believe him. She's like, oh, he owns all these properties, he's going to, get out, and of course I'm going to have to work, and, but rent's going to be paid, and I'll be set, and blah, blah, blah. She wanted the lifestyle of the rich and famous, to have her hair done, and her nails done, and sit on her ass, and do absolutely nothing. She basically wanted my lifestyle. Okay, I will say one thing. My lifestyle is not the rich and famous. My life is messy, dirty, chaotic, and it's not like I sit on my ass all day. I clean literally every single day. I'm sitting down right now because I'm in a pause of doing laundry, doing the dishes. I'm cleaning out the back room today. I just finished sweeping and mopping the small room so I can put the furniture up against the walls and then move the stuff out of the big room into that small room. Jim's napping right now, so I have to wait for him to wake up to help me. That's why I'm sitting down making the rest of this video. But anyways, fast forward, back to Beth. Fast forward, back to Beth. Rewind, fast forward. So basically, she emailed me at the last minute. I think it was like 2 or 3 days before she moved in. And she made this huge thing, like it got so much worse that this guy was fighting with her. He locked her out. He threatened her, all of this. I don't know if any of that's true. I have no idea at all. All I know is that I said, okay, well, if you are in a dangerous situation and you need to get out now, then don't worry about the $300 to pay us right away. We'll just get you here and we'll worry about the $300 anyways. Now, the guy that she's been talking to was supposed to pay her, send her money, tell his mom, who has control of his bank accounts, to send her money, through Western Union so she can pay us rent. Long story short, at first it was great. I know I keep saying long story short, and then I go into all the details, but it was great at first having Beth here because I liked having another girl here. We had some fun, talking and watching some movies, but I was just at the end of my first trimester, so I wasn't really that lively and stuff. And then I got into August, the hottest month of the year. I got to the point where she really didn't want to work, okay? Because she was like, well, the situation was, well, he's not getting out at this time, so now I have to wait. Well, I could get a job, but it's stupid to get a job for this amount of time if I'm only going to be here for this amount of time. And I'm like, well, you got to do something because you still owe us rent. I mean, for August, because by this time it was like 2 weeks into August, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, you've got to. So, she supposedly was finding a job, or she was going out interviews. I don't know if she actually ever was. But once my second trimester started, she came to a few doctor's appointments and stuff. And it just got to the point where she was so unbelievably lazy. At first, she started doing the dishes a little bit, but she wanted to sit in that room again and smoke substances. From the moment she woke up to the moment she fell asleep. No shame at all for people who wake and bake. No shame. I do not judge. But there's a difference when you're doing it in somebody else's house. When you owe them money and you're not doing anything to get the money. The one time she tried to get money, she went down to, there are assistant places that can help with rent all over the country. So if you live in a state, just look up your resources that are for rental help. Be it in Wilmington, there's a help hub. In Pender County, it's a social services building. So I told her, don't go to Wilmington because we live in Pender County. You have to go to Pender County Social Services. And I don't mind writing you up a lease. That's fine. So her dumb butt, yes, I'm calling her dumb, went down to Wilmington, New Hanover County, and went to Hub and used my mom's address, and forged, like, I don't know, basically she forged a lot of stuff. She didn't use my mom's entire name, thank God, because I didn't want my mom to get in trouble, but basically she lied. So when they called me, I know that they only help out for so much, but at this point it was too late. At this point, she hasn't paid us. And I found out the reason why I had to kick her out is these are the reasons why. I found out that she lied. She did get money. Well, yes, she did get $300 from that guy. Actually, she got $1,000 from that guy. So we never sold a dime of it. I think she assumed that since she was using her car to drive us to doctor's appointments and pick Jim up from work and drive us to the grocery stores, that was going to, the gas alone was going to equal $300, or sharing her tiny bit of food stamps that she gave us, which I found out that she was basically not using her food stamps and eating my food. Yes, she would use her food stamps a little bit. So I'm not giving her that bad of rap. But then we found out that she was stealing from one of Jim's friends. She was stealing from him. Found out some other things that she did. And so basically, I texted her on, I think it was the 23rd, so 7 days ago. Yeah, I think it was a week ago. That's crazy how it's only been a week now. But anyways, I texted her, and I was very polite. I said, look, you have to figure out by September 1st what you're going to do. So if you're going to stay here, then you owe us $600 in rent. If you're going to move out, then you still owe us $300. But I need an answer by September 1st. And I said, now, if you decide to stay for like even a week in September, then I'll prorate it, and you'll owe us $375 as opposed to $600, because if you think 300 divided by 4 to $75 a week, that's dirt fucking cheap, guys. That's really cheap. Anyways, so she sent me this text message back like hours later, saying how she's going to come get her stuff. And then she said, well, all this other stuff, I'm not going to get into details. Basically, she said some things that were unnecessary to me and Jim. And so I took all of her stuff, put it in the big, gigantic trash bags, like those black trash bags that like hold like 4 million gallons of stuff. Put all of her stuff into trash bags. Jim was at work at the time. And put it outside my gate because I did not want it on my property. I put it outside the gate. I couldn't get her dog gate down. So she came with a cop, which is so stupid. She did not have to bring the cop. It was one cop. But so she didn't have to do that. That's another reason why I was pissed. So basically, all that's done. Kicked her out. Drama's gone. And then after we kicked her out, I found out some more information about her. So I was like, yeah. So, lesson learned, no more roommates. Now it's getting to the point where we can't have roommates at all. Now, if one of our kids decided to live with us, then of course we're going to take them in. But at the moment, no more roommates. You guys, any of our friends and family can stay for a little bit and help out with the babies. But long term, no more roommates. Moving forward past the roommates, I know that was a really long explanation. I know there's a lot more that I can go into, but I'm not even going to. Let's just say that me and Beth are no longer friends. She was supposed to be my maid of honor. I have blocked her on all of my social medias because of some things that she has said and things that she has done. Anyways, moving forward. Cooking. Okay, so I've been getting really into cooking. I'm trying to film more cooking videos because I think people like cooking videos. I'm trying to figure out how to rearrange my kitchen to actually film cooking videos better. I know my cooking videos aren't that filmed that well, but it's a work in progress. But I like filming cooking videos because it gives people ideas and it kind of shows you what I like to eat. Or if you are in a rut and you just can't think of anything to eat, And I love cooking. I love cooking. That was a mini brief thing. Doctor checkups. So it's getting up to the point now where my doctor checkups are going to be, I think I might have mentioned just in my day 1 of my 18th week video. Probably. But anyways, doctor checkups from now on are going to be every 2 weeks. They have to check my cervix now every 2 weeks, and then I'll have an ultrasound once a month. Until, I think it's until 24 weeks, which is coming up really fast. But, so that's, doctor appointments are going great. I don't know why my doctors, every time I go there, are so shocked that one, the babies were conceived naturally, and two, that I'm really, really healthy and like doing really, really well. I don't know. It's just when I go there, they just seem like they're like shocked, like as if I'm supposed to have preeclampsia or hypertension or diabetes, gestational diabetes. They don't want that. No, it's just like the looks on their faces, like, oh wow, you're really healthy. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. It's like, well, yeah, of course I am. And then I have a couple more things here. Gym and videos. So I have, I think I have one or two. Jim makes appearance in videos. I have one video that I have to upload of him coming up, and then we have to make a couple of videos. But yeah, Jim's going to be in a few more videos, or be walking around in some videos. So if you see him, say hi to him in the comments below. He always says hi to you guys. By the way, if you are a gamer, if you know any gamers, if you have kids that are gamers, or if you kids or adults like to watch people live stream on gaming, check Jim out on Twitch. I don't have his information linked anymore, but if you comment below, I will give it to you. He loves playing Call of Duty. He's looking for other games to play. So if you have any shout outs of games for him to play, any game, he'll try out anything. Right now he found this hunting game that he's playing. He did bring his PC back to the house, so he's playing this hunting game. Anyways, on that note, if you did find my little last month check-in, which I'll probably end up uploading like sometime in September, get that big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, because my videos upload whenever they decide to upload. And on that note, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, please list them below. Give Jim a shout out. Follow him on Twitch. Like I said, I can link his information below if you comment. On that note, guys, stay awesome.